you guys look up and see a huge
Heaven.
snake-like creature, green, iridescent, blue, yellow, and red wings like a parrot. It has little tufts of feathers sticking from its head, jeweled eyes that just have different colors for whichever way the sunlight hits it. Sharp fangs. It is coiled just ornately around this huge tree as you look around with the Mayan ruins, the limestone blocks, the carvings in the stone. You guys realize that you are at the top of the mountain on a dormant volcano while the waterfall is in the background and the Couatl looks down at you.
If you ever see roll initiative, I am going to absolutely riot.
I'm fine. It's all good over here. I got a little wet. I took a bath. Got touched by a zombie, but it's all good.
You got hugged by one too.
That's fine. It's
Yeah,
not
we don't talk about
prestidigitation
that.
to clean Aaron. He's fine. All the
Well,
zombies
guys, we made it.
smell is gone.
I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm dehydrated-ish. Like my throat doesn't feel good. My hair's shorter. My scarf's gone. Our stuff is in shambles. And now we have a giant magnificent snake that could probably eat us in one fell swoop, and we'd probably be almost powerless to stop it. What now?
You guys are here for feathers,
Do we
right?
just walk up to it and say hi? Can we borrow a feather?
Any feathers on the ground?
Yes, I'd like to look for any feathers that have fallen off of this thing.
All right, let me actually do this now. First of all, roll initiative.
I hate you.
Real quick.
What do you expect? I'm in front and center.
So
I
17.
hate it here.
Welcome to this magic world. I lost a part of me. Got wrapped up with this magic girl. I hope my heart can heal just a little too much for you. And I'm thinking about us a little too much for you. And I'm thinking it won't work.
Oh,
That's a D8 that you rolled a while
It's a
ago.
D8
oh,
bill.
oh, oh, okay, sorry. I was about to fight. I was gonna fight.
I'm gonna roll 17 plus 2.
16.
Thought I got a good roll. Turns out it was everybody else.
So basically it's the
Five
same
plus
except
two,
Keegan and Aaron are switched.
Yeah. Oh, I never get good initiative.
I mean, it's worked out for you so far, not having like the highest initiative.
Alright.
My initiative is now high too. So Gilly's first, and then me, and then Sage. Oh, never mind.
All right.
We never get a break, do we? We just got out of hell. Now we have to fight a snake. A mythical ass magical snake for one feather.
Mythical, magic ass,
Who
magical
says we gotta
ass.
fight it?
We have no spell slots.
I'm literally on how much health? Literally on 2 health. Yeah.
2 health, 1 health. 15.
Okay.
The only person who's kind of okay right now is Orange.
So
Yeah.
I rolled a 15 for the Couatl, but it has like +5 dex. So it jumps to the top of the initiative order.
Sage can speak Celestial. Can he just like plead with this thing to spare our lives? Because we've just got.
Please. Please.
Sure.
So before, like,
Please.
as you say that, And this is how it's going to work. As you think that, guys, you also hear in your mind, oh, you speak celestial. That's nice, but also unnecessary.
Oh, sweet.
Sage, I mean, Sage is familiar with this telepathic communication, so
Bravo.
And with its full movement, it runs towards you, Sage. Well,
Mhm.
Gilhana.
God
So it
damn
runs
it.
towards you,
So,
Gilhana.
it's gonna run past me to get to Gilhana
It needs to run. Isn't it a snake?
or fly.
It
Is
just
it
flies
flying?
towards
Is it
Gilhana.
slithering?
As it passes you, Arin, it says, calm down. And it touches Gilhana. Well, actually, Gilhana, it says calm down, and you hear it calm down in your mind. You can decide on whether or not you want to like do any dex save or anything. Or I think going to have to roll to actually touch you.
just that he needs to calm down. So.
Let me roll to hit then.
Maybe just try and grab a
That's
feather.
terrible to hit.
So
So,
hit.
You say calm down. Y'all almost dead, so you may want to listen.
I'm almost dead either way, so I'm listening to this shit.
oh shit, it would still probably hit because it's a +8 to get to you. Anyway, so it touches you.
Say that again?
So you see it
It touches.
you, and as it does, let me just roll. All right,
I'm fully
awesome.
expecting Gilhana to just burst into flames and or something, I don't know, dog. Or get like full healed.
So it brushes against your Gilhana, just its nose right up onto your nose, and you get 10 HP back.
Sweet.
Interesting.
You're not going to hunt me like Bellum, are you?
Well,
Well, it makes sense if its wings have healing properties.
You've
Then it would be a healy snake.
you've traveled far to get here, haven't you? No, Bellum isn't. Well, what had happened? You see, what had happened is, those were death gods. I am not one of the death gods. I came here for not only my own safety, but to heal those who survived the trip, those who deserved healing. And you look back at the pile and you see like skeletons here as well.
Mm-hmm.
This was the safest place for me. And you see where it coils away from you, Gilhana, as you were the most damaged, and it just kind of slithers, half flaps, half slithers away. Bane would be the next person in the initiative stage, and
Yeah.
on the ground you see where it just really quickly slithers up to where the Couatl is. And she says, you have brought my love to me.
Aww.
My love, where have you been?
Snake love.
And
Oh,
because of your telepathic link with Bane and everyone else here, you said, I was captured. I couldn't tell them. I knew they would ask me to tell them where you were, so I drank my own poison. I'm sorry, my love. And
Aww.
here the telepathic link cut off a bit. Sage, can you roll, I'll say Arcana for me.
Roll Arcana?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's 15 plus 4, so 19.
With a 19, you feel that almost like a call ending, and you use your own Arcana to establish the link with Bane again, and you hear him think towards this Couatl. Where is she? Where is our child? The
They
Couatl,
have snake babies.
Oh, snake babies. Oh.
and how this works as well, because of their telepathy, anything that, like, once you say something, I'll take that as your character's subconscious thought.
Okay.
Good
So
to know.
you see where the Couatl, they don't know that you're listening, Sage.
Mm-hmm.
So you're the only one that knows about Snake Baby.
Snake baby.
It looks the Couatl looks around cautiously, and from what you're seeing, it's just a tiny snake and a big snake staring at each other. But you, Sage, are hearing her point with her mind towards a little column, just a stone pillar, where behind it you just see an egg at this point.
Oh.
And I was waiting for the perfect time, and I think it is now. And you see where they slither together up to the corner, and there's a burst of light, and coming from it, you see a slithering and a flapping of like pretty weak with wings, and then shortly after you see where from the egg, whatever snake winged thing emerged, it transforms into just a little humanoid girl, charcoal hair, dark eyes, and Bane says, "She is beautiful." And
Their snake baby is a people baby? What?
at the moment,
They're just mentally noting all of this for future reference.
and the quad looks at you, walks over to you, Sage. "Thank you for bringing Shan back to me, into my life.
Aw.
You can rest here. It is safe. You are out of Xibabla."
Yes,
And
sir.
I think the second that she says that, like a wave of relief kind of goes over Sage.
Like one
It's
tier,
like-
right? At one tier.
He's like, oh, and he
I
kind of
don't feel like
slumps
he can
down.
breathe.
I have
Oh,
come
man.
here to heal travelers. I also, if for the protection of my own, for my own protection, she's saying this to all of you again. She doesn't fully know that Sage knows that there is a baby back there. You would have just seen a flash of light from where you were, and then maybe angled to see things, but you just heard secondhand from Bane what was happening. As even though they can read your minds and your thoughts, they still are so protective of their little Couatl baby that they keep it a secret even among themselves. And yeah, she tells you can rest here. She says, I come here because the protection Xibabla now offers. Previously, it was just a sacrificial ground for all the ancient tribes traveling, but since the loss of that culture, there is just not enough people that know how to find it with enough power to actually get through it. But on the rare occasion they do, usually their thoughts are not as benign as yours. Usually much worse thoughts.
I have one thing to say, right?
Mhm.
Well, while this is happening, yeah, Orin thinks to himself, "You should never trust dragons. I despise dragons, but I'm no fool. I'm no fool. I'll not say anything. I won't do anything. I'll just stand here." Like you just see him standing there, frozen. Nothing happened.
Right. And yeah, the Couatl is there. Is there? Why did you come all this way?
I mean, our healer can take point on that.
Gilhana full on ready for collapse right now and just sleep.
Alright. Well, I'm just gonna look towards the Couatl and say, we came for healing, but not for ourselves.
Well,
Am I?
what is it you
Am I
wish?
on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We came for. We heard that your feathers have healing property that can cure any kind of ailment, including the unknown, curses, and things with magical attachments to it. There is a child back in my village who is incurably ill, and we heard that your feather might be able to save his life. So we decided to just try our luck and come look for you and hope that we could get a feather to save his life. And that's why we're here.
Well, I wouldn't say it can cure anything, but and it flaps its wing, and basically a loose feather, it just plucks it out and hands it to you. Well, it can't hand
Oh,
it
thank
to you. It
you.
has no hands, but it gives you
Still
a
has it to you.
But maybe as it floats down, I just catch it.
yeah.
Gilhana shows the Couatl her panther keychain that she got from Bellam, and she says that she collects souvenirs so that she can tell her people of her adventures. She would like to know if there's anything around here that they wouldn't mind letting her have, like any scales or anything that she could take with her. Maybe a
Like
scale,
some
or
old shedded snake
there's also
skin
bones
or
over there, so maybe there's some loot.
I won't give you my scales, you
No,
creepy.
not
But
fresh scales, like shed skin. Because she's a snake.
no, I keep a pretty clean house. I don't have any shed skin,
I
but
mean, like, you got bones.
she whistles and you see a shield, just a jade circular shield with inlay of carvings. Chimali, she whistles and you see this shield pop up from the ground, similar to how you had those weapons in the room.
Mhm.
It flows towards you, Gilhana.
Oh, neat.
And
Uh,
what it, go ahead.
I was going to ask her if she was the person that enchanted this shield.
No, it is Xibabla sometimes allows the uniting of a soul with objects, creatures. So no, this I may have helped to keep it magical and fresh, but no, it was here for some time. I cannot take full credit.
I was going to ask if I could get that on my hand axe so that whenever I throw it, I can get it back.
No.
into a hand boomerang.
That's fine. That's fair. That's fair. I'm happy to have a shield that I can retrieve. I'm Captain America now. I'm good.
Actually, this is more than that. You'll need to attune to this, but while holding the shield, you can speak a command word, and as a bonus action, it will animate. It hovers in your space as if you were wielding it. It leaves your hands sort of free. You can with a bonus action. So, well, actually, what this version really is, I was going to send you the animated shield, but I realized that this would be like a powdered down version of it, where instead of a full action to switch a shield, you'd be able to do it with a bonus action. So this is like a half animated shield, like it can float for a bit. So if you need to change it, you'd be holding it, you just shake it off for a while and it will just fly up while you grab an arrow or so. and your AC would go back down. You can shoot an arrow, then as a bonus action, go back to having a shield.
Okay, neat.
That
Thank
tough,
you.
man.
Thank you very much. I hug my shield and I go to my corner and sleep with it.
Raising.
This is like
Amazing.
just for Christmas, like the excitement.
And
Yes.
I'm about to
Can I
wrap it
ask?
up. Go ahead.
Can I ask the Couatl how if the feather is one use or if it can be used to make multiple healing potions, or like how potent is it?
I
You know?
mean, I'm not aware. I wouldn't say my feather can cure everything, but I never underestimate human ingenuity. Never.
No.
But if you want more feathers, I can find more feathers. I just
Yes, please, as many as you could possibly manage to do
unfortunately
without, if I
just
can put it that way,
sweat.
because it's okay. We're really exhausted. We might have to just long rest here and then head back. But I just have to make sure, because humans are like, we may be ingenious, but we're also pretty stupid. As in, we can make mistakes and just waste a whole feather trying to figure something out.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yep. And so Sage, I guess Sage is the last one to go up. Or no, I guess Aaron would probably be the last. But Sage goes, Great Couatl, I seek knowledge of the ancient arcanas and of the world. And you, as an ancient celestial being, must have countless stories and knowledge. Would you mind sharing some of that with me?
I would love. I also am a great seeker of knowledge, and it is nice to see another such researcher. Would you like a conversation, or would you like books?
I would like them all. Anything that you could provide. In fact, if you would speak with me, that would probably be the best thing of all.
No books.
While there's doing that, I'm going to look over and notice that Orin is like stiff as a board, and I'm going to approach him and ask him like hush hush if everything's okay with him.
I mean, she can read your mind.
So your thing, Sage, we'd resolve a bit. So a bit after. Orin, is there something that you'd want to do as well, so I can plan for that?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you saying
We'll ask him if he's
Couatl
alright. So
flies up to me or something?
Well, no, just wanting to ensure, because I was going to go into what happens with Sage, but I wanted to know if there's anything you were doing, so I could also factor that in.
You probably want to get to me first for whatever, and then back to Sage so you can have the full conversation.
All right, what's your thing? As in, it's just regarding you. So it looks around, it says, wow, a researcher, urchin, a nurse, and a fighter. I should say a researcher, an explorer, a healer, and a warrior.
All right. This whole time he is standing facing away from the dragon, and he looks around slightly and says, I seek nothing from dragons. They have destroyed my life, destroyed the homes of my people.
Yes.
We have nothing to talk about.
And with the detect thoughts, she picks up the black dragon that would have attacked your home, your mountain, and the various deaths that you would have witnessed of your party members, even here and before. And she says, I understand hurt, even misplaced hurt. And she says, either way, you are welcome. And she slithers away. Sage, you get just a telepathic version of your name as she shows you just a library of a collection of scrolls, and there's a little seat that is here, almost set for humans. You see 2 chairs, a table, torches, ink, just a little nook where on the similar to the front of the entrance of the cave that you originally enter, there's just like a little nook with a cave at the side, but old temple has been restructured into having like just a tiny library protected from the rain, even though it's open floor, and the books have sort of been protected, but you still see where trees are growing here and vines are growing here, and it's just a comfy little nook. And she slithers to you. She slithers to you, past you, goes to the table. Bane slithers upon your hand and then kind of stretches across to be closer to her. As she sits down, candle is there already burning, and she's like, so anything you'd like to discuss?
Certainly. Going through Xibabla, there have been these ancient ruins from from a very distant past Tabaxi civilization that used to live here, and I've been trying to analyze them as I've gone through our challenges and through the rooms, but I can't make heads or tails of the magic. It's so ancient and intricate. Would you happen to know anything about them?
I've studied many runes and glyphs. There's an ancient Popol Vuh, an ancient book that I'd be happy to share. It would be my last copy. Can I trust you to return it?
Absolutely, with my life.
I mean, you just need to cross the Xibabla again. How hard can that be? Before I forget,
I'm just
go ahead.
Yeah.
oh my god. No. While this is happening, I just flop on the floor and just bask in the sun and lathander and the fact that we're out of Xibabla and just yes.
Before I forget, she looks at you, Orion. There is something that floated up. Your old captain. You see a sealed tome, which you recognize, Prince, as something your captain Saul Goodman. Was it Saul Goodman?
Oops.
Saul Goodman was his name?
My Captain Saul, yes.
Yeah, you see his name written on it. It is something you would have seen him writing in almost nightly. I think this is better in your hands.
I inch towards her, very just awkwardly, cautiously, all of that, and I take the book. Thank you.
No thanks necessary. Yeah, and guys, I think unless there's anything else you want to do before you wrap up for the night.
We're long rest.
I already got that.
Thing is this, right?
Long rest for sure.
That is the end of our session, and you guys definitely leveled up. No question.
Level up.
Fully leveled up.
So it's not safe to say that I could get any Couatl venom, right?
You are.
I
mean,
I'm already asking for feathers.
I've already asked enough. I'm happy with my shields.
That happens in character because you think it. Like Gilhada thinks, could I get Couatl venom? And you just get like Bane. Well, no, you don't get Bane's thoughts, but you do get the big Couatl thoughts. No.
Too much. I understand.
Yeah, in your hands, this is dangerous. In anybody.
Oh yeah.
I'd probably drink it, to be honest. But
And I figured
Exactly. That's why we cannot.
yes, I heard that, and no, yeah, it was, yeah, that's part of the reason you cannot have it.
I'm appreciative.
I was wrapped up. I hope you know I was wrapped up. I hope you know.
Hey. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a DM plotting how to kill some players next week. Don't worry about it. Thanks for watching Couatl Quest, JAI Community's D&D 5e campaign. If you enjoyed it, you can like and subscribe. And if you want to support our artists, you can do it directly. They're accepting commissions at the moment. You can find Islander Gentles at Islander Gentles. You can find Sean Chung at I Am the King Free. You can find Hachiko's sister, who did our amazing opening animation, at Hachikoke. That's HACHIKOEK. And Prince Lane at graphic_Prince. That's GRAPHIK_PRINCE. And you can check the links in our description to see if we've added anything like merchandise or our Patreon page. And thanks to Richard Natu for letting us use his song Too Much for our opening theme. That's it. Stay tuned. See you next week. Is 10d10 fall damage enough?